Have you ever questioned reality? Have you ever wondered if what you see, touch, and feel is truly what it seems? Like, what if everything we perceive isn't actually real? What if our senses are deceiving us and the world around us is just an elaborate illusion? What if it's all part of a giant computer program? A meticulously crafted simulation designed to mimic reality so perfectly that we can't tell the difference. This isn't just a late-night stoner thought. It's a profound question that has intrigued and baffled minds for centuries. It's a serious question pondered by philosophers and scientists alike. From ancient thinkers to modern-day researchers, the nature of reality has always been a topic of deep contemplation. The idea that our universe is a simulation has been around for a while, but it gained significant traction with the rise of computers and virtual reality. As technology advances, the line between the virtual and the real becomes increasingly blurred. Think about it. Our video games get more realistic every year. The graphics, the physics, the immersive experiences, they all strive to replicate reality as closely as possible. How long until they become indistinguishable from real life? How long until we can't tell if we're in a game or in the real world? And if we can create such realistic simulations, wouldn't it be arrogant to think a more advanced civilization couldn't do the same, with us as the unwitting players? Imagine a world where every detail, every sensation is controlled by an unseen hand. This is the crux of the simulation hypothesis. It posits that our entire existence could be an artificial construct, a digital reality created by beings far more advanced than ourselves. It suggests that we are living in a highly sophisticated computer program, none the wiser. Our lives, our experiences, everything we know could be part of an intricate design, leaving us to question, is this real? Philosopher Nick Bostrom formalized this idea with his simulation argument. This intriguing hypothesis has sparked debates and discussions across various fields, from philosophy to computer science. It boils down to three possibilities, at least one of which must be true. These possibilities challenge our understanding of reality and our place in the universe. First, it's possible that civilizations like ours tend to go extinct before reaching the technological maturity to create such simulations. This could be due to a variety of catastrophic events. Maybe we destroy ourselves with climate change or nuclear war before we reach that point. The threats we face today could prevent us from ever achieving the capability to simulate entire universes. Second, it's possible that even if civilizations reach that level, they might not be interested in running ancestor simulations. The motivations of advanced civilizations could be vastly different from our own. Perhaps they find it unethical or simply boring. The ethical implications of creating conscious beings within a simulation could deter them, or they might have more compelling pursuits. Third, and this is the kicker, if neither of the first two possibilities is true, then it's almost certain we are living in a simulation. This possibility is both fascinating and unsettling. Why? Because if civilizations can and do create these simulations, there would be vastly more simulated universes than real ones. The sheer number of simulated realities would far outnumber the single base reality, making it statistically likely that we are in one of those simulations. So, is there any evidence to support this mind-bending theory? Some point to the bizarre world of quantum mechanics as a potential clue. The way particles behave at the subatomic level is so strange and counterintuitive that it seems almost digital. For example, particles can exist in multiple states at once until observed. This could be interpreted as the simulation only rendering what's necessary, conserving processing power. Another point of interest is the limit to the universe's information density, similar to how a computer has a finite amount of memory. However, it's important to note that these are just interpretations. Quantum mechanics is still a mystery, and attributing its strangeness to a simulation is a leap, not a conclusion. But what about those weird, seemingly impossible coincidences we sometimes experience? Déjà vu, glitches in the matrix, call them what you will. Could these be evidence of a software bug in the simulation? While tempting to interpret them this way, there's likely a more mundane explanation. Our brains are complex and fallible. Memory glitches, misinterpretations of sensory data, and even our own desire to find patterns can all contribute to these experiences. That doesn't mean they're not interesting, but it's important to approach them with a healthy dose of skepticism. Section 5. But what if? Let's say, for the sake of argument, that we're living in a simulation. What would that mean for us? Would it invalidate our lives, our choices, our relationships? Not necessarily. Think of it like this. Even if the characters in a video game aren't real in the traditional sense, their experiences and emotions are still real within the context of their world. The same could be true for us. The simulation hypothesis doesn't necessarily negate the importance of our lives. It simply reframes the context in which those lives play out. It raises profound questions about free will, the nature of reality, and even the existence of a creator. Section 6. Doubting the simulation. Of course, not everyone buys into the simulation hypothesis. Critics argue that it's unfalsifiable, meaning there's no conceivable experiment we could conduct to definitively prove or disprove it. And without the ability to test a theory, it remains in the realm of speculation, not science. Others point out that the simulation argument itself is based on assumptions about the future of technology and the motivations of advanced civilizations. We're essentially basing our conclusions on unknowns piled upon unknowns. While it's a fun thought experiment, it may be impossible to ever know for sure. Section 7. Life in the program. But if we are living in a simulation, what does that say about the nature of our reality? This question has fascinated philosophers, scientists, and thinkers for generations. Does it mean our lives are predetermined? Are we merely actors playing out a script written by an unseen hand? Are we just lines of code following a script, or is there room for spontaneity and genuine choice within this digital framework? These are questions without easy answers. The complexity of such a simulation would be beyond our current understanding. If our universe is a simulation, it's likely a very complex one. The sheer scale and detail involved would require immense computational power. The rules governing our world, the laws of physics, the intricate dance of life, it's all incredibly detailed. Every atom, every particle, every interaction meticulously programmed. It would be arrogant to assume we could easily decipher the intentions or methods of our hypothetical creators. Their technology and understanding would be far beyond our own. Perhaps they have given us the illusion of free will, allowing us to make choices that have real consequences within the simulation. This illusion could be a way to make the experience more engaging and meaningful. Or maybe our choices are predetermined, but we lack the capacity to perceive the strings pulling us along. The idea that we are puppets on a stage, unaware of the script, is both fascinating and unsettling. Ultimately, whether we are in a simulation or not, the quest for understanding our reality continues to drive human curiosity and innovation. It pushes us to explore, to question, and to seek the truth, no matter how elusive it may be. Section 8. The Architects of Reality. Who, then, are these hypothetical creators? Are they benevolent overseers, curious observers, or something else entirely? Again, we can only speculate. They might be flesh and blood beings like us, but vastly more advanced. Or perhaps they are something beyond our comprehension, existing on a different plane of existence. Their motivations for creating our simulation could be anything from scientific curiosity to entertainment, or something we haven't even conceived of. Section 9. The purpose of the program. If there is a purpose to our simulated existence, it remains elusive. Maybe it's as simple as running an experiment to see how we evolve and interact. Or perhaps there's a grander plan at play, one that we are not yet privy to. It's also possible that there is no inherent purpose, that our existence is simply a byproduct of the simulation itself. This can be a daunting thought, but it can also be liberating. If there's no predetermined path, then we are free to create our own meaning and purpose within the confines of the simulation. Section 10. The search for truth. The simulation hypothesis is a mind-bending concept with no easy answers. It challenges our fundamental understanding of reality and forces us to confront the possibility that everything we know might be an illusion. While we may never know for sure if we are living in a simulation, the very act of questioning our reality can be a profound and enriching experience. It encourages us to think critically, to explore the unknown, and to appreciate the wonder and mystery that surrounds us. So the next time you look up at the stars, ask yourself, is this real? The answer, my friends, is up to you to decide.